Hey everybody, I'm back and I'm going to give this a shot. No guarantees I'm going to get it just right, but the goal is, and if I need to go back and revisit it and, you know, add some content or correct myself, that's what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do here, this is, girl of the house. Now what I want to make her do is something. I've already got a bunch of the guys on kind of an idle... you know, idling around. And how did this get crooked? That's screwy. Let's fix that. But anyway, so the goal here, cancel. I want this one. I need to fix this one. I don't know how that got all fucked up, but I can fix that. Right. Okay. Sorry. Alright, so we're just going to move this over a little bit, get out of the way. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to try and make, start her off with some AI packages. And I want her to have a very specific behavior that she follows as part of my mod and some other stuff too. So what we need in order to start the process anyway is some X markers or some X marker headings. I'm not sure really what the difference is. You know, I could be an idiot. That's possible. So we're just going to put this in position because this is where I want her. Alright, that's where she's going to be hooking it. I mean, greeting customers. Right, so her main character, what she's going to be doing most of the time is dealing with this particular spot. And if you talk to her really nicely, she'll bring you upstairs. I'm going to get into conversation and setting up dialogues and stuff like that. Hopefully everything works. But we're going to do what we got to do. So we're going to go candy marker. This is the candy marker. Candy marker weight. We'll call it candy marker weight. That sounds pretty good. I like it. Candy marker weight. So this is candy marker weight. So generally speaking, what I want her to do, what I want Candy to do, is I want, let's see, she's already in the Cheers faction. So I already got kind of that straightened out. Now what I need to get into here is... AI packages, right? There's a variety of different things here. I currently have her set to voice type female even toned. That may change, especially after I give her a custom voice with some very talented people. Here's the stats you might want to know. If you want them to be a leveled item or a leveled character, you can do PC level multi. And basically what that does is make her a percentage of your particular level. In this case, it's 1, so she's at the same level of you. We don't really need that. Let's make her a 5. There you go. If she's ever got to defend herself, then she can sort of defend herself. And that should auto-calc the stats right here. So that's how you set up stats. If you want a tough boss, you might want to put it at a 9 or a 1 or whatever works for you. Now templates, I haven't dealt with those. I'm not going to deal with those right now either. Okay. So we're going to add her to the crime faction just because. We're going to add her. We're going to go new. And we're going to go crime. Because I suppose what she's doing is technically illegal, right? So let's find a nice default crime faction area. Let's see. Well, but we're close to Diamond City, but I don't think that's right. Well, anyway, you can make up your own crime family, crime thing. We'll just call her Crime Diamond City. Now, if I were to open this up, these are the options when you're dealing with a faction. Okay. So you have these different, let's see, Diamond City enemy faction is also your enemy, okay? And you can see there's these different people. These are all characters that are in this same faction. Now, I've made the Cheers faction, so all of the characters that are going to be in here will be in the Cheers faction. You can also create enemies. Say I wanted to create an enemy, I would just do that, and then I choose with this. So I can pick through here. We'll go player faction. In this case, we'll cancel. But I could make myself an ally. A variety of other things. So, but we're just going to go okay with that right now. And I'm going to drop Crime City because I don't want to actually change Crime City faction. Now, relationships is when you're dealing with say she had a child, let's say. There would be a child character that you would put as her child, and I'm not really sure exactly how that plays into this. I haven't really dealt with it too much. Keywords, I don't use those. I don't know. I've made her, for AI data, this is her base personality and the way she responds to things. So I currently have it set as unaggressive. There's also aggressive, very aggressive, frenzied. Like if you had a very angry character, you might want to put him at frenzied. Cowardly, cautious, average, brave, foolhardy. It's pretty self-explanatory. That's how likely they are to get into a fight. If they run into something stronger than them, they're going to run away because they don't want nothing to do with that. So now assistants. These are the people they would help. So helped allies, help friends and allies, but because she's kind of a coward, I made her help nobody. Morality. She's probably cool with any crime. You know, that's how she is, right? Now, if I wanted to make an aggressive character, but I didn't want them to attack right away, I would have the aggro radius behavior. Now, that means I have a level of warn, like how many feet in-game is a warning before they say, hey, back off. Warn attack could be a little closer, and attack could be even closer, but she's not no aggro behavior whatsoever. So this is what I'm dealing with right now. Perhaps she should have a 38 pistol. Like if I wanted to add a 38 pistol, just a pipe pistol or something, so she could defend herself if she really, really had to. Say a customer got out of control or something like that. Well then, you could just do it that way. So I actually don't want that, but what I can change that to is a 38 ammo. Where is it? Ammo 38 caliber. Okay, so she'll have a couple of rounds. Now when I click on it, I have value or count. Okay? So our count will be, we'll say she has 10 bullets. Sounds pretty good. Now if I just wanted to drag something in here, like a pipe pistol, right? We got to go here. I want to, now, okay, here's a little bit. If you go on any of the main categories, you'll get everything in that category. As you can see, it's got all of these different things in there. But in particular, what I want right now is a weapon. So we're going to go to items. Weapon. A lead pipe, a pipe gun, a pipe revolver. There's also leveled items. I could probably find one in here. There we go. Ammo pipe revolver. So this is going to be leveled. Now what a leveled item means, it's kind of similar to when you're setting up their statistics and you want them to be as strong or as weak by comparison to the to yourself, to the player guy. So we're just going to give her a regular old pipe gun, and it'll be leveled. See, and I just dragged it over here, and now it's in her inventory. It's pretty simple. Let's maybe make her a boozer, perhaps. Let's see if I can find what kind. She looks like a vodka girl, don't you think? Or rum? You think rum? Let's see. Let's go. Are you rum? There it is. Okay, she's a rum girl. Okay, she'll have one rum, one rum. Now those would be, if you wanted to pick like food or something like that, for whatever reason, due to the history of this, it is under magic. So if I go to potions, get rid of that. I just go blank here. You see all the main things that you can drink and the effects that they have on you. Pilsner, if I were to double click this, it'll tell you what it does, what it doesn't do. So you can make your own items using the same models. Like here's the model right here. So we just would use this model, which is the NIF file or beer bottle Gwen pill. But this is all complicated stuff that you really don't need to know about really too much. So we're just going to say okay to that. That's fine. We're just going to cancel that. She's got some rum. Nothing wrong with that, right? All right, back to AI packages. Now what I want her to do for her base life. Now understand, let me just move this over here so when I go like this, I don't lose it. I got it right here. I can just kind of click on them like that. So I want her to go to this location. So just for my, I already marked that, and we're just going to say she's the only one that can stand there. So we're going to mark this as ownership. All right, so I'm going to go over here. And where are the ownership? ownership. It's gotta be here. Maybe it is. I don't know. But I don't want her to use it. Maybe it isn't if it's this. I think you can do ownership, other stuff, but okay, whatever. I don't care. Maybe I have this all wrong, but she's the only one going to be standing there. I hope. All right, so my first package is to make her sit there. So we're going to go ahead and say new. All right. Now, the package template, there's a variety of package templates that you can work with. There's eat, escort, flee from. Now, these are just basic, like here, follow NPC or follow player. Say you wanted to make a character follow you. This is basically how you do it. They need a package. So an AI package. And with this AI package, they will follow a particular NPC. I'm sure it'll tell you exactly here. Like if I go to linked reference, I can choose who they follow, which I'll get more into later. By choosing, I go to specific reference. Specific reference. Then I would select the object in here, or I would search through cells. You see? So I can look through all the cells, and then once I'm in a cell, I can choose which thing that I want them to follow. Okay? But that's not actually what we're doing, so we're not doing that. What it will be is, I believe what we want is sit. Sit. And her single reference. Make sure this is on top. We're going to click that, and I'm going to go to a specific reference. Okay. Specific reference. Then I'm going to select reference in window. And once you have done something, now you have to be careful a little bit, but you see how the it goes from red, can't follow, you can't sit on yourself, to white. All right, so I double click this. Now you see it's got candy marker wait. Okay, so that's the basic. Now she's here. This is her behavior. This is the only behavior she really needs at this point. If I wanted her to be able to eat, I could mark it true. If I wanted to add other aspects to it, I could do that. There's also flags. Now this is something you might want to get to depending on your particular thing. Random conversations, that means they're just going to talk to whomever and, have some kind of weird conversation. Hellos to player, if you want them to do that. Observe combat behavior, or if this was unchecked, she wouldn't run when there was a fight. Okay? So, greet corpse behavior. Now, what that means is that if there's a corpse on the ground, if there's a body, something's been killed, they will respond to it by whatever means. I mean, maybe you saw it in Skyrim. They walk up and they kind of lean over and they go, "Oh my God, it's okay. Are you okay?" Friendly fire comments. It's not really going to be an issue, but say you had a companion and you almost hit him or something like that. You might want friendly fire comments, so they go, "Hey, what are you doing?" World interaction. Allow idle chatter. So that's just kind of talking. We can get more into conversations and how to set up conversations a little bit later, but I'm not really getting into all that quite now. So this package, what I'm going to call this is 0 candy weights. That's what we're calling this package, 0 candy weights. 0 once again, so it's up towards top. Now, you can set conditions. Now, this is... when you're dealing with AI, sometimes you might want to set a condition. Or when you're dealing with dialogue, sometimes you might want to set a condition. Say you want a character, an NPC, to speak to a female player character different than a male player character, which I might end up doing in the end anyway, because it's going to be because of her particular job that she does. So I have G.E.C.K, right? So the only one I really want is we can just say G.E.C.K. Now G.E.C.K means the ID matches another ID. So in this case, the only person I actually want to stay here is going to be prostitute, or I mean friendly person. So now it has get is ID prostitute equals 1. Now, if you got into, like, if they needed a certain amount of money, again, you'll get into this in dialogue. Okay, basic script speak. This means does not equal. This means less than. Say they had less than, gold less than such and such. Then they wouldn't speak to you or talk to you or do this particular behavior. There's also, under get is ID, you got get is injured, get is sex. So get is sex is how you would separate conversation between a male and a female character. So if you wanted your NPC to flirt with a male and not flirt with a female, or whatever, you would want to add that condition in the conversation. But we'll get into. I'll show you how to do that a little bit later. So get item count. Say you wanted a certain amount of caps before they could actually do anything. That would be, you would say get item count. Let's just go ahead and do that. Get item count. And we're just going to go in here, and I'm going to call in its caps, actually, that I want. So I got to type real fast. Cap 001. So say I wanted, she only talks to people that have greater than 500 caps. Or she will only sit in this place if she has over 500 caps. Or you could make it say she needs the money. So if she is less than 100 caps, then she'll sit in this location. So you see how that actually works. This is a run on. Now, run on is, in this case, herself. So I would probably say reference. And then I would select that reference from in here. Or I could select the reference in the window like that. But it doesn't look like that actually works. Anyway, you get the point. But say you wanted the player has to have, here's you. Here's the player, right? Say you want the player to have less than 100 caps or they won't talk to you or something like that. That's how you would do that. Okay, so she's going to sit there no matter what. Now, this is how you do a schedule. Okay, so if you only wanted them to work certain days a week, you could set it to this. Weekdays, Saturday, like they'll only be there on Saturday, or weekends, they'll only be there on the weekends, whatever. Month, say you only want them to be there in August. You can do that, you see? So that's pretty much how that works. These are the hours. It's all set to any right now. We don't really need to deal with this. Now, this is where you would do more complex things, like, say, at the end, on change, say something happened there. She would on change, and, well, anyway, and idles. See, I want to add some idles. Let's give her some idles. Let's go, what's her name? What's that? So let's go ahead and pick Candy, and say I want her to do a certain kind of idle. All right, while she's in this spot, this is the idle she does. So that would look silly if she just walks in place. That looks like a dude. I'm not even sure what's going on there. But yeah, you can look through here and you can add specific idles to this behavior. See, that's kind of a cool idle. He's eating a brain or something? What the hell is that? It looks like she's checking her nails. So I'm just going to go check your nails. Okay. And now I'm going to add another one. I'm just going to go ahead and add some behaviors. Oh, I don't want that. Get back up there. Get back up there. Right. Okay. So now you can just kind of like arrow key through this, and then she'll do the different behaviors. It doesn't look like she's eating a brain, I don't think. Valentine, tune up. All right. I mean, you can go through here and kind of check different things. Different animations. Some work right with some, and some don't work right with others. So I think there's one more that I actually want to do. What is that? And that's not it. That's wrong. That's a super mutant behavior anyway. Where's the dance one? There she goes. Yeah, she's going to dance for you. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's Magnolia. Now, I'm probably going to use this animation, but not right this second. It's just there. So you know it's there. It's the only dance animation available. But anyway, yeah, I mean, you can go through this. There's a shit ton of them. She's shooting up, okay? She's shooting up. That's what she does. She's whistling for the dog. She's freaking out on the meth. I don't on Jet. She's going crazy. More super mutant stuff. Yeah, she's number one. Okay, well anyway, you get the point. We're just gonna close that down. I don't think I actually want that. Yeah, I'm not sure. There's fighting ones in here. There's all kinds of things in here. You just gotta look around and see what's there. Hopefully Bethesda has been a little more generous about adding new animations. I have not looked into that yet. But unfortunately, Skyrim was not very friendly on animation. So you can assign her specific idols while she is doing this particular package. Right? It's no condition. Everything's good. Beginning and end change. All that's fine. So we're just going to say that's her behavior right now. Now, the next behavior that I want is going to be Candy goes upstairs. Candy upstairs. We'll just call it Candy upstairs. Now, I don't have this all set yet, right? But in the goal is for her to travel to. So we're going to where's it? Travel then sit. Okay, so in this case we want her to travel then sit. Okay, there's also just travel or sleep. Say you want to sleep. That will give you the animation for sleep. But what we want, I believe, is going to be travel then sit. Okay, now I need a linked reference. Okay, I do not have a linked reference yet. So I'm going to have to make another reference for her in the place that I want her to go. Like I said, I'm probably going to have to go over some of this because, I mean, some things have changed and I'm a little confused by all this in a lot of ways. So, okay, so let's put her up here. This is going to be her room. This is where she washes her paint away. And what I want, this is where she lives in sin and washes her paint away. So I want an X marker. Yeah. Oh, the cap locks. I accidentally pressed cap locks so much in this game. So I want to create an X marker, and it's actually an X marker heading. And where I'm going to find that, I can just go here. But I believe it's under items. Or is it static? It might be static. Or is it world objects? No, I don't think it's world. I'm just trying to find. So there it is. Okay, so it is under static, and we want this X marker heading. I'm just going to drop that in here. That's where she goes. Okay. All right, so that looks pretty good. Now we're going to call this Candy Party. Just throwing it out there. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. Candy Party. Okay. We're going to say okay to that. Now if I double click this, I'm not sure if I can add ownership now. Maybe not. Well, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so we have, this is Candy the reference. Alright, so now let's go back to her base. Now let's give her another, let's hook up this Candy upstairs, right? So what I want her to travel to, see it says travel destination. Okay. I want her to travel to, we're going to select that, and I'm going to select this, boop boop. Alright, and then I want her to sit there as well. So we're going to go to sit target, and we're going to do the same thing I just did. One is to get there, and the other one is to actually respond and act in that way. Now, once she is sitting there, I can also add animations like I did before. So now that I have this location, right, she looks pretty good. All right, hopefully that's that. But now the thing that I'm going to be missing is a trigger.